Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna be doing a very exciting trailer reaction and it's gonna be for Assassin's Creed Shadows. It's the new upcoming game for 2024, which honestly I had no idea that they were going to release another game. They just released last year Mirage, which we played, and you can check out my playthrough. It was really fun. It was quite quick. I don't know that the storyline was that captivating, but it does make sense if they were planning on maybe coming out with a bigger game, which maybe Shadows will be, that this one, that Mirage wasn't super in-depth in terms of the storyline. And I also think that Mirage was actually supposed to be a DLC instead of just like a full game. And that's something that Assassin's Creed has done before, the franchise, where they've released smaller games in between bigger games just to make the fan base, excited and have something to wait with, I guess, for bigger releases. I'm not sure I love that system just because those smaller games, you still pay the price of a full game, so it's expensive and you get 15 hours out of it, 20 hours out of it, and which is fine, but the storyline, or there's always something that kind of has to give away, right? So a lot of the time it's the storyline or the play, and so I don't know that I like that strategy of having smaller games in between bigger releases because of that, because it doesn't feel like they put as much effort into it. However, the teams that build the games, you can definitely tell that they put themselves like as much effort into it. But I mean, in general, the company maybe doesn't put budget into it, if that makes sense. Anyway, moving on. We're gonna take a look at the new trailer, and I think they have a couple of other videos. I don't know that we're gonna watch all of them, but maybe we'll watch one of the other videos that kind of explain the storyline, I think, a little bit. So let's take a look.
Who are you? Who do you serve?
All I have ever known in my life. Our land.
Wow,
Our customs.
that's beautiful.
My family. Burns in the name of unification.
Oh shit. Those CGI trailers are so realistic and poignant and beautiful.
You are still a frog in a well who knows nothing of the sea. The ocean's filled with new ships, but they all come from the same river. Greed. Power. Vengeance.
And you? Will you continue down that river? Or choose another path beyond what we see?
And we must look for it together.
Wait, what?
We must learn to trust, rebuild.
And follow the blade.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Can we play, like, are we gonna play both? They're showing some weapons that I'm excited about.
I said, who do you serve? We are the shadows.
That served the light.
Ooh, shit. Ooh, okay, November 15. How did I not hear about this game? Like, were you guys aware of that? Because I don't understand how I didn't know. So before we kind of go into that video that explains who the two main characters are for this game, so I just want to, go over what we just saw. I'm thinking we're going to be playing both, which could be interesting. And obviously Assassin's Creed does trailers really well. I always get really excited for the cinematic version. But I really want to see what the gameplay is gonna look like. So because we're gonna get the release in November, I hope we're gonna get a gameplay look pretty soon. Honestly, I'm not sure where this fits in terms of the storyline. If you guys know, if you have any insight, please let me know. I'd love to know more. I hadn't played Assassin's Creed in a long time, and then I came back to play Mirage, and so I'm a little bit lost in terms of what's going on. There's not much to this. It's just obviously, I think, very exciting that it's gonna take place in Japan. I hope that it's gonna satisfy a lot of players, because I don't know that we've had something like that, right? I think that's very exciting. So let's take a look at the main characters here.
With our dual protagonists, we have two fantasy, the samurai and the shinobi. We want the player to experience both, and we cannot squeeze both fantasy into one character because samurai and shinobi came from a different social class. They have different lives, so we cannot really mix them together.
The historical character of Yasuke presented a really exciting opportunity for the narrative team. We approached it in the same way that so much of the work is done in Assassin's Creed, which is really in terms of research and history first. Not a lot is known about him, but what we did know, or we do know, is that he arrived in Japan in 1579, right when our game starts. And that he had relationships with some of the most interesting people in our setting, like Oda Nobunaga, the Portuguese, and Jesuits, which made it very sort of tantalizing and enticing from a narrative perspective to come in and start weaving these facts with story in between.
The more we read about the character, the more he was inspiring for us. He's a foreigner discovering Japan, and we thought it's the perfect fit because he's discovering Japan and you are discovering Japan also.
And on the flip side, we have Naue, who comes from the province of Iga, which is a remote mountainous area, fiercely independent, known as the birthplace of shinobi. So they're very contrasting perspectives that really expose a lot of different sides and facets of the era.
When Oda came, he completely destroyed Iga. You have Yasuke and Oda that coming to destroy the shinobi. So it can kind of create this interesting tension between two characters.
We were able to connect her to the province of Iga and the legendary Igan shinobi historical figure, Fujibayashi Nagato, who's her father in the game. So we understand why she has the skills that she has and the values that she learns from her father in the people of Iga, which are valor, benevolence, and wisdom. And as a young person still at the start of the game, we get to see now we acquire even more of that wisdom as the story unfolds.
And if you ask anybody, it's super clear that samurai will be combat heavy and a shinobi will be stealth heavy. It creates this distinction right away. Yasuke can fight with all his advantage, his stature, like he's a big guy, he can break door, he can fight multiple enemies, he can break armor. Compared to Naoe, like her character and their outfit, it's really about being stealth, being unseen. She's the only one with the hidden blade, so they have clear advantage that put them into the stealth and the combat, even if they can do a bit of both.
They're a really great pair together because on one side we have Naoe, who's very intense and passionate and determined woman who is very set on her goals. She's kind of got her heart on her sleeve and she'll say what she feels in the heat of the moment. And this intensity that she brings as a shinobi, but that she also brings to her relationship. And this balances very well with Yasuke, who is sort of a thoughtful, level head to Naoe's fiery passion. We really thought about somebody like Yasuke historically who was able to come to Japan and have the life that he did there, to enter service for Oda Nobunaga and achieve all of the things that he did. Like, what kind of person would go through all of this? So our Yasuke is very intelligent, thoughtful, and respectful of this culture that he encounters, and that makes him a very nice sort of counterpart to Naoe. He's a bit mysterious as well, and that's something we get to see unfold as the game progresses.
So, is he good or is he bad? Like, I'm not sure I understand that super well. I do really love the fact that one character is more heavy and the other is more stealth. I think that's gonna be really fun to play both and, you know, explore like both, because sometimes in games you have a tendency to choose obviously one over the other. So I think it's really exciting to see a game that kind of forces you to play both. So I'm really pumped about that. Let me read up a little bit on the story just so I can understand a little bit better. It says you decide whether to play as a shinobi or samurai. Master complementary playstyles of two fully realized protagonists. Approach quests with whichever character you prefer, as each possesses their own respective progression, stats, skills, and gear. You can choose to play whatever mission you're playing, one or the other character, and then you change if you want to for the next mission. Oh, wow, okay. Ooh. That's hefty. Alright, so that was it for the trailer and kind of the background of this storyline. It doesn't even feel super related to the rest of the Assassin's Creed. I'm a little bit confused, like they haven't talked about the Templar, the enemies very much. I don't know, I'm kind of a little bit unsure of how they're gonna tie the other games and the franchise to this game. Like it almost feels quite independent. Maybe there's gonna be more to the story and the hidden ones that we're gonna get, but just like from the first impression, it just doesn't look super Assassin's Creed in a way. But this is cinematic trailer, so it makes sense. We'll see how it goes. It does come with quite a high price for an Assassin's Creed game, so I'm guessing this is potentially a longer, bigger game. We'll see if I'm able to play it when it comes out, but I'm definitely excited to hear a bit more of what you guys think. In the comments of the trailer, I did see some pretty harsh criticism of the franchise in general, I guess, but I enjoy those games and I think that they're fun to play. But we'll see. I mean, if this is a bigger game, then it definitely needs to hold its weight. But let me know in the comments what you think, how you understand the storyline. Are you excited about it? The fact that it's gonna take place in Japan, is that something that you were looking for? And I hope you'll join me for whenever I do a playthrough of it, because I definitely want to check it out. I don't know if there's anything else to say. I thought I was gonna have a bit more insight, or not insight, but more commentary. But honestly, it does feel different from trailers I've seen before from Assassin's Creed, and the gameplay seems different, so I would be interested to see what else is gonna be different in this game. I honestly wasn't expecting to record a reaction for this game already. I'm always pumped when new games come out that have such a nostalgic aspect to them, and I hope that they don't disappoint, of course, but I also hope that we can, you know, just enjoy them for what they are. So anyway, let's chat in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and happy playing. Bye.